So today, as you can see, we have something a little bit different for you guys. So we're hoping that you'll spend this time with us. That's up next. Hey everyone, it's Dwayne and Lori with Edge of Nowhere Farm, and we've got some things to talk about today. So let's get right to it. So you guys have asked us a lot of questions over the last few years, and they're very good ones, and some of them we haven't answered. And so what we're gonna try to do today is we're gonna try to answer some of those questions and then give you guys one of the big changes that we're looking forward to, hopefully sometime this year.
Yes and no. We actually both do work full-time off the farm, and then we do the farming, which seems full-time on weekends, mornings, and nights during the week. And then I guess sometimes during our work days, at our full-time jobs, answering questions and messages. And
you guys know we're real big on answering comments and answering your questions. We get them via email, Facebook, YouTube comments, phone calls, which is my phone.
Yeah.
So, which is fine. It's part of the deal. We really enjoy doing that. But it's definitely full time. But we work full time. I'm gone for 12 hours a day during the week. So you're gone for what, about 8?
Yeah.
Each day. So, and I work in downtown Phoenix. So it's 2 hours worth of commute.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we both still work full time, and this is definitely at this point a full time job as well.
In short, we don't.
I'm not really sure, honestly, how we get it all done. Well, I do know. So obviously we manage our time the best we can. We're up at 3 o'clock every day. I mean, I'm usually up before 3 during the week, and we don't go to bed until 7 or 8, which sounds early until you're getting up at 3 a.m. or earlier every day.
Yeah. We do make to-do lists. We have our project lists that we make. We have on a whiteboard in our garage, and we try to go off of that and get as much done as we can and prioritize what is the most important. And a lot of times we do get a lot of those projects done, but there's times that we have to push something off till the next weekend or the weekend after.
Well, and I think one of the things that people ask us and are curious about is YouTube. So obviously we do get an income from YouTube, but I can tell you, as far as the amount of time, especially that I put in versus what we get, it's I make a lot more money per hour at my day job, let's put it that way. But it's a lot of time. We obviously take the cameras out, it slows down our project time, and then I have to edit. And I edit on a short video, I'll edit a couple hours. On a longer one, it takes me 4 or 5 hours to edit sometimes. So yeah, it's a lot of work. And then of course the farming work. So I enjoy it. I really enjoy getting that content out there for you guys. I think we both do. Because we like seeing the fruits of that labor, especially in you guys and what you guys share with us as far as what you're doing. That is where I really get fulfillment in this aspect of our farming business on YouTube. But in short, we're having a hard time finding the time to do everything, especially once we get into this fall when there's livestock.
Yeah, last fall was really stressful, really busy. We had a lot of extra daily chores that needed to get done versus, projects that we were trying to get done.
And we had the infrastructure we needed to get in place in addition to planting and getting some of that, which is infrastructure for us.
And we knew the first year here that it was going to be just all in, that, we just wanted to get as much done as we could up front, and we did pretty good with getting a lot of that done.
Yeah. Yes, it definitely is. We know that we'll get there at some point in time, but yeah, in short, it's the plan. So it's just we have to face the reality of income and paying for things, because unlike what some of the comments we've gotten in, we do not have an endless supply of money.
No, absolutely not.
But we're pretty frugal with our money. Well, we got several ideas as far as what we're going to do to grow the business, because it's really truly still in its infancy as far as what we're going to do. But we have a lot of different income streams that we currently have, and we also have plans for some additional ones. Definitely livestock, not only just in the aspect of the livestock directly as an income source for us, but also the benefits of having livestock on the farm with the generation of soil and life here on the farm. They're very, very critical, and we need more. We learned pretty quickly trying to plant behind the pigs that we don't have enough animal pressure on the farm in order to generate the soil and the life that we're trying to generate here on the farm.
Another part of growing the business is one of us really needs to be here full time.
There's no question about that. Lori works at a dental office, and I work as a purchasing manager for a construction and industrial supply company. So my income is substantially higher than Lori's, and the fact that Lori has actually done that before. So she's been home before.
I actually had stayed home, stopped working, left a high-paying, stressful job to homeschool our son when he was in junior high and high school.
Then went back to work part-time, and then back to work full-time.
Yeah, so when Austin, our son, was in high school, he started doing college classes at the same time, so did the dual enrollment, and so I wasn't needed at home as much, and I decided to go back to work part-time, so I wasn't in a stressful job, then turned into, full-time at the dental office that I'm at.
We really kind of kicked it into high gear as far as saving money towards this, actually, years ago.
A long time ago.
6-7 years ago.
I think that, just our history going back even further, 2001,
yeah,
we've kind of been gearing towards this as well.
Probably take a step back. 20 years ago, I was on the verge of losing my job. I was making good money, and the company that I was working for was going out of business. Things come together really quick when you don't think you're gonna have an income source, and we were both working full-time at the time. We were like everybody else, had a couple car payments, mortgage, a little bit of credit card debt, that kind of thing, and started following Dave Ramsey. So if any of you guys out there know him, he's a personal finance guru. Started listening to him 20 years ago, and 7 years into that, we hit it hard. We had always kept at least, each of us with full-time jobs. At one point, we were both working 2 jobs, because we were working for church at the time and had full-time jobs before you decided to stay home. And that kind of coincided with us paying off our mortgage in 2007.
Yeah.
So, and Dave Ramsey will say, live like nobody else so you can live like nobody else. And that's true. That was truly us at the time.
Yeah. So we paid off everything. We only got what we needed, and we snowballed and got everything paid off, including the mortgage. And
she stopped working, and within a year I had lost my job. That was 2008. Actually, I switched jobs. I guess technically I didn't lose the job, but
yeah.
I had switched jobs. I wanted to be home more often. Took a 60% pay cut while she was home with Austin, and we really enjoyed that time with our son.
Yeah.
So, and it was because our finances were in order. So we weren't rich by any means, but when you don't have a lot of bills, you don't need a lot of income, and so we learned how to live that way very easily.
Yeah. And we've been doing it really ever since until this property.
Because of interest rates, we decided to keep some of the cash when we sold the old farm and have a very small mortgage on this property so that we have that cash in reserve. So that definitely helps with infrastructure. A lot of that's behind us. We still have additional infrastructure we want to put in, but that having that little bit of a nest egg because of managing our finances for all that time has helped. And by the way, up until last year, we both had 3 jobs.
Yeah.
So it's not because we make massive amounts of money. I make good money, but it's not 6 figures. So it's a matter of being frugal and spending money wisely.
Well, I actually don't know if you ever know when is the good time to quit your full-time job and be here full-time. But I think just what we went through last fall and going into this fall, something's got to give.
So something does have to give.
The goal is for me to be on the farm full time by the end of the year. Possibly going into fall when we start getting busier, bringing livestock back on and needing more time to dedicate to our business on our property. I think one of the things, as we are going through this process of building our farm, building our business, me walking away from a full-time job here in the future, is that we want to try to document and do some vlogs based on what we're doing to prepare for that. I've had people ask me the question, how are you going to be able to do this? And we just want to make sure that anybody that is out there that is wanting to do this, that we share as much as we can so that you can do it too.
See, summertime is our downtime. We're still gonna post content for you guys. We just wanted to get this one out there ahead of the summertime projects. You'll see us continuing to kind of really focus on getting the infrastructure in place and done, because the ultimate goal is to be able to have that behind us, use the income that we have today to get us to the point where we won't need as much necessarily when you do finally make the decision to quit, and we can roll into building the business even further.
I just ask all of you guys out there, I would love any feedback that you have that you can share with me, any questions, comments. I welcome those also. I'll do my best with, answering everything myself.
We know that time is valuable. Our time is valuable, your time is valuable, and you guys decided to share that time with us. Really appreciate you guys being here. YouTube is part of our farming business. So, you guys watching the ads, clicking through on ads every once in a while, all of those things are a part of it. And, we do use the YouTube income to invest back into YouTube and the farm. So that time that you spend with us is well spent. All of that, it is a business, it's an LLC. So all of that YouTube income goes into the business, and all of it's being spent on the business. So everything that you guys see us doing here is a direct result of you guys spending time with us. And so we really enjoy that. We really appreciate that. And we're looking forward to you guys spending that time more specifically with Lori here over the next several months.
Just want to thank you guys for joining us today. And as always, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere, so can you.
And if you can quit your job,
so can you.
And farm full time, so can you. Oh, that was a fake one. Give me a real one. That's more like it, woman. Not like physically where you work. What environment do you work in? You might need another drink. As soon as you start talking about work, it's usually drinking time.
Okay.
Cran-apple sherry, by the way. Very good. Yeah, actually, that's funny. That's exactly how we end every video. If we can farm on the edge of nowhere, so can you.
Yeah. So if you can quit your job, or if I can quit my job, so can you.
I think that's a good way to end it.